How's it going, everyone? This is day 12 of Stuck in California until I reach 100,000 subscribers. And exciting day. This is like since I started this channel, this was something I have a vision uh, that I wanted to bring people on this channel to share their stories, to discuss ideas, and just chat about all these things going on, right? And Padma, I have met him when I did my California protest in Sacramento. He drove from Bay Area to join, and a great guy. And he posted me that, oh yeah, we should do something like this that motivates other, and we can like talk about all those things. So that's happening today. So thanks for joining. Padma, you want to go and introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Padma Kumar. I've been in this country for about since 2009. I lose track of counting how many years I'm here. Just that we are not getting any green cards.
It's
Just
uh-huh,
to start with the whole topic of green.
right. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Uh, so I moved. I live in California. I've been in California all the since 2009. I've never moved anywhere else. Uh, I used to joke with my friends that I think American, I talk American. The only thing which is not American about me is my accent. so, so yeah.
Yeah, it's so you are stuck in California for real.
I,
Yeah,
we are all
okay.
stuck. I'm stuck in California, and you are stuck in California. Let's get you hundred
Right.
thousand subscribers so that you can move on to move on to Austin.
Yep, if it like let's say if we reach 100,000 today, would you move to Austin with me today? If it happens today.
Yeah. Yes, I will work with my wife. I will work with my manager. And I will take a flight to Austin. With
Uh-huh.
you. I'll buy the ticket for you as well if you go with 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah, let's hope so. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we are getting some comments. Yeah, so KU, thanks for joining. If you have any questions for us, for me, for Padma, just leave it in the comments. We'll try to get to those comments as much as we can. Uh, Other than, yeah, uh, let's get to just start. I guess that one thing we talked earlier is that your priority date is kind of like 2017, which means that if you were like born anywhere else other than India,
Right.
you would be the permanent resident by now. Probably you would be citizen by now if you wanted to be, right? So it's like crazy that how the system works. That you are great. You have been here with. You came for your masters, and you are like been here for 14 years. Actually, we both came in the same year. I came here in 2009 as well.
Nice.
So we've been here for pretty much same time. But it's like still we are stuck in this limbo, which we don't know when we're gonna get the green card, right? Even though we have been approved for so long, which
Right.
is crazy.
So
But
did you also come here for your masters or
yeah,
uh,
I came for my masters as well. Yeah,
okay?
so
Where did you do your masters?
I was in Connecticut.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice. It's a
Connecticut.
cold place.
Yeah, but good thing is that I came for fall semesters, so it wasn't that cold. It
Okay.
was like gradual cold, which was like little better than people. I have some friends who just came in spring, which is like a total from you like move from India to here, like from hot to cold, which is kind of crazy. But they all survived. So, yep.
Yeah, but like when I moved to California in 2009, it was at least I live in the Bay Area, so there was no much difference from India. I never felt homesick. It was almost just like India. There are like too many Indians around, and there's
Hmm.
good Indian places for you to eat. So I never felt homesick that way. Uh, I think that's a good part of living in California. I guess you have
Yeah.
everything very close by.
Yeah, if you are in the Bay Area, definitely. Yeah, in
Yeah, you
the
probably see it in the last 12 days. How do you
yeah,
like California so far?
I love it. Yeah, the weather-wise, it's like right now, even I can go outside without jacket during the day. So it's just like I see people going whenever I go to like most of the live stream I did so far. I was like in the park or somewhere, right? And like it's still possible, right? That's why I guess like I covered most of the states which are
Right.
like gets pretty cold even in fall, like North Dakota, South Dakota. Those I try to get done in summer. So it's nice that now I have all the states remaining which are like not as cold, like Arizona and
Right.
Texas and all
Right.
that.
Yeah,
So
it is
yeah, yep. All right,
nice.
anyways.
But like, I just want to like just to go back. I know I think people who are in this channel already know who you are and where, how, what is your journey. But if you just want to just talk about it once again, like the whole doing the 50 states, more traveling 50 states every week or every other week, and spreading awareness around this issue is a great noble cause. I say
Hmm.
that from deeply from my heart. But like, can you talk about like when did you uh, actually start doing it? Like when did you like when was the date or when was the moment you decided, yes, actually I have to mm, uh, do some actions instead of just talking about it every day and complaining all the time.
Right. So, like the deciding part was a long process as well, and starting was like whole thing, right? So the
Right.
deciding part was kind of when the Eagle Act failed, and when I saw the debate on the floor that there was like a lot of misinformation
Right.
around this issue,
Okay.
and I was like, so even like the people who were making like presenting these arguments on the House floor, they are like members of the Congress, and even
Hmm.
they had like a lot of misinformation.
Right.
Uh, and I was like, there is not enough information amongst Americans that how much this issue is wrong, but how much it
Right.
is hurting America. So I was like, there needs to be done something done to spread this awareness because we have been reaching out to members of the Congress a lot,
Right.
right? But if the general public, like the Americans who can vote, if they don't know, then they don't feel the pressure to
Right.
change anything. So I was like, something needs to be done, right? And then like I was like, if I do something small that might not work, I need to do something which is like lasting. It's not like one day you do something and then it's over. So I
Right.
wanted to. I was like thinking about different ideas on what to do and stuff like that. And then I was like, how about like going to all the 50 states and talking to people in the all the 50 states, and probably I can create a video in each state that okay
Right.
people are kind of like supporting, or if they are like not supporting, what kind of questions they have. So then that was like from December and January, I guess, like kind of thinking that should I do it or not. But then I decided that I wanted to do it and started
Right.
planning around it. So the first protest was in on 4th of March,
Right.
uh, 2023, and then my goal was to do it within a year. So the last protest is on
Hmm.
58th state protest was
Right.
on 2nd March in Austin, Texas. Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
That's amazing. I mean, I still can't believe you're doing this. I know I've been times, but it's a great it's a great commitment. I think, and also like a lot of people, from what I know from my friends, like, all my friends are here, or my like family is here.
Hmm.
Everybody's in the same boat waiting for the green card. And initially people used to have some hope. I think now nobody has any hope, and people just
Yeah,
just ignore it
right,
because
right.
it doesn't, because you are on your H1, you can extend your H1 every 3 years.
Hmm. Yeah, uh-huh. So that's like it's nice that we have this option to renew the H1
Yeah.
uh, every 3 years, but it's like sometimes when it comes to uh, time to extend or renew your H1, then it seems like a big deal to all this, like gather all the
Right.
documents and all that things. But once you get the renewal, then you are like relaxed for 3 years.
Right.
So
No,
you don't.
that's exactly true, right? So it is pain. it is a pain for everybody who's on H1B and waiting for I-140 approved and waiting for the green card, but it is just enough pain that it doesn't ruin your life. It's like you hit your toe on your way out of
Right. Uh-huh.
it is painful. You see the pain, but you're not going to ruin your day because your toe is pain. You know what I mean? It's like that. It's not, but
So,
you
but
are dealing with that pain every single day. Uh, every time when I go to when every time when I meet my friends over the weekends, different bunches of friends, people from my school, people from my work environment. Every time I meet them, we at least once talk about, hey man, like when do you think the green card's going to be here? And,
right.
some people will just knock it off saying, yeah, it's not going to happen. And again, coming from India, we have this distrust against the government. We know, like, if it's something with the government, we have no hope that we will achieve it in any way.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, so that's why I think a lot of people are like taking the pain, keeping quiet, and like
Mm-hmm.
walk the line. Uh, but I think the pain is real. Pain is real, and pain is very hurting, especially once you get married. I think when you're single, it doesn't really matter. You
Yeah.
still have your freedom. You don't give a shit. But when you're married and when you have start building a family, and then you realize, oh God, if I lose my job, I have to get a job within 2 months, and if I don't get a job within 2 months, I'm screwed. I have to reschedule
Yeah.
the
You.
entire. So, for example, in my case, right, like I've been here since 2009, so it'll be 14 years this year. This year will be my I came in 2009 August, so it is 14.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You are in 15th year now.
I'm in the 15th year, right? So in 5 years, I came here when I was 21. Okay, so in the next 6 years, I'll live in this country more years in this country than I lived in India.
Mm-hmm.
So, and even at that time, if I lose my job, and everybody can have 2 or 3 bad years in their career, right? It's not like
Yeah.
no matter how good you are at
Uh-huh.
your job, you will have a 1 or 2 bad years out of the 30. That is a very, very conservative estimate that you'll have at least 1 to 2 bad years in a 30-year career. And
Yeah.
if something happens at that time, and then if you lose your job, and now somebody is going to you lose your job, and somebody is going to say, come, now you have to relocate your entire life to India or wherever
Right.
you want to,
Uh-huh.
because hey, you had a three or four bad months. I
Right.
think the if we can properly communicate this to America or the people in America, I completely trust people in America. I love that. I lived here. I mean, I am raising my
Yeah.
family here.
Mhm.
I got my first driving license. I like all my recent memories are in America. Like I almost I have a lot of memories in India. I still eat. I can't finish my weekend without eating a biryani. I still am Indian as much, but uh,
Right.
like
Uh-huh.
I'm here. This is my as in India they say it's my karma bhumi, right?
Mhm.
It is my karma bhumi.
Right.
So
Mhm.
I am here to work. I'm
Uh-huh.
sacrificing my life. The only thing we ask in return is, hey, make our life easier.
Mhm.
I'm not asking us like make our life easier. So if I want to travel to another country, so my family has been bothering me to go take a vacation since like 2 3 years now. The only reason we don't do it because when my visa is stamped, my wife's visa is not stamped, and when her
Oh, yeah.
visa is
That's.
stamped, and my so it like it does feel like, oh man, just go to India and get it stamped. How hard is it going to be? Yes, how
Mhm.
it is not that hard, but still it's not impossible, but it is not easy. Like
Not easy at
so
all. Yeah.
right. Everybody, no matter who you are, you only get
Mhm.
14 days in a year to for vacation, right? You're
Right.
not gonna get 3 months for a vacation every year. So in that 14 days, are you going to plan for your vacation? Are you planning your
Right.
visa? Or
Mhm.
like see, like once you start adding all these variables one day at a time, and then now suddenly everything is so bad that you can't. The only thing I think of is how can I go commute to work and back every single day. The
Right.
I mean, I don't know if I'm like venting, but I feel like the pain is real.
No, it is real, and like you talked on like a lot of different points. One thing I wanted to point out is that this H1B thing, it seems like we can get it renewed every 3 years right now. It's not easy, but it's something seems like doable. But the situation we are in, right, that USCI has already told us that they're not going to accept any more change of status application from Indians for several years,
What do you mean?
right?
I did not know this. Can you elaborate on that?
Because you know that the priority date advanced to 2015, almost
Yeah.
January 2015. Anyways,
Oh,
like,
you mean in the last 2 years? In the last two
right.
years, because of the pandemic, it did advance
So
from 8 to 15. Yeah.
in summary, USCIS has so many applications already on the hand from
Right.
Indians whom they have to give green cards.
Right.
What they said is that we're not going to accept any new applications from Indians for several years.
Right.
But the point is that if they already have, the date is not going to advance. So, like, let's say that to get to 2017, it will be at least like, if nothing is changed, at least it will be like 10 to 15 years, right?
Right.
Now, if you think about it, in the 10 years, we don't know how the technology and everything is going to change. So, it's
Right.
the skill which we have now might be outdated in 10 years.
Right. Right. That's a very valid point. When we are at
So,
40.
yeah. So the H1 we can get it renewed right now easily. We might
Right.
not be able to
Right.
10 years. And
Exactly.
at that time, we might be like, oh, we should have advocated for this green card, which we deserve. Our
Right.
application, like if we were like, if it was not for this country cap discrimination,
Right.
we would have been like permanent resident or citizen long time ago. But that we might realize it after 10 years. So
Hmm.
I think that this is the good time to wake up and demand what we deserve, right? What we
Right.
earn already.
So I'll tell you a funny story. Recently,
Mhm.
like one of my cousins, he uh, he uh, he pinged me because so just to give some context, his he's working in America now on H1B, and he's in the process of getting his green card filed from that company, and apparently he's in the state. I think he started his perm process, and he was talking to his lawyer, and his lawyer was like, "Hey, when do you think approximately would I get my green card?" And she was like, I think you probably die before you get your green card. He thought he was joking. I think
Right.
he thought she was just being like silly or hyperbolic, stuff like that. Uh,
Mhm.
but uh, but the thing is, when I actually he called me like asking me if the lawyer was actually true, and I said yes, she is actually true. Like
Yeah.
there is a very high chance of you hitting retirement before getting your green card, and this is, I think, people think it's a joke. I It is
No,
not
no,
even a
it's
joke. Just imagine, to get a green card, if you have come to America in the last 2 years for masters or for work, and maybe if you're going to get your green card application this year or the next year. I'm not even saying, this is not even like a joke. It's
we
like
have
feel
someone in the chat who
right.
just said that they got their I-140 approved very recently. They think that it was piece of cake. It might have been, but to getting the green card would be like not a piece of cake to say the least. Yeah.
That's
So
so
if you're
so again, when I told him like there's no, I mean, we are waiting. Like if you want to know when you get your green card, look at me when I get a green card. Maybe after at least that many years, and then
right.
you can think about even dreaming of a green card. And then he asked me like, what is the best way to get a green card? I said, get married, have children in America, and your child is the best way to get your green card.
That would be
Treat
faster,
Yeah, that'll be faster. Treat your
that,
children well. Keep all the bills in a Dropbox. Keep all the bills every year. Like every year you spend, like I spend like
right.
$20,000 on you. For
Hmm.
fifth grade, thirty thousand
I know.
dollars. Keep a list so that when when the time comes around, just
uh,
share that file with them.
mhm. Yeah, that would be crazy. At the age of 21, they
Right.
say that, oh yeah, I don't feel like sponsoring you. You don't deserve
Yeah.
it.
And sure, in 5 years, people will start getting married very early. I mean, they see it. Yeah, people who come here, they even I didn't know when I got my 140. I thought maybe at max it'll take me 10 years or
Hmm.
12 years. But
Right.
once you go through your life journey, once you get to I-140, get
Hmm.
married, get trying to settle down in this country, that's when you realize, oh God, this is not going to come. And that's
Hmm.
when people realize, oh, maybe I should get married early, very early.
Right. Anyways, let me ask you this: like, before you decided to come to the United States, do you know about this discrimination that
Yeah.
it's like the, no?
I don't think anybody cares. So I think that is like I think nobody cares. I think and when people from students just like me who come to this country, they are coming for a better life. At that at 21, you are only thinking, hey, I'll go to a better country. I'll work in fancy MNCs in America, enjoy my life in America. Nobody's thinking, hey, I'm trying to settle down in America. Nobody's thinking.
Oh
I think
yeah,
most of the people
that
are
that
just
we
okay.
gonna get a better
It's a
education.
yeah, it's more like an experience, right? Like all the
Right.
rich
Yeah.
people go to Euro trips, and all the middle class people come to America to study. That, that's like the circle of life. So you just come to America, try to figure your life, right? Nobody has this 10-year plan. Oh, I'll get my green card at fifth year, or I'll get
Hmm.
here in 20.
Right.
That's not a
Uh-huh.
plan. You're just trying to figure out, just live your life. And but once you live this in this country for 10 years, understand what it is, and now you are part of the fabric of the country, right? That's when you realize everything you want to do, you need to be a green card. Now you suddenly you realize, oh, being a green card holder is very key to your life. You
Right.
suddenly
Yeah.
feel, oh fuck, how am I going to do from now? Like you're bumping into stuff and then realizing, oh God, I'm not like well placed to deal with this. Uh, and I think it's hard. And Yeah, the only reason I'm even talking about this is because so that people actually understand. And I think Americans are like by far the most uh, good natured people I've seen in this world.
Hmm.
I think by far few countries compare all the developed countries, America is by far the greenest
Yeah.
country on earth.
Then
There is
that has
no
that
ifs
has
and
been
buts
my
about.
experience as well. That all the Americans I made, they are great people, right? And that's why I was like, if they enough of them know, I know that they will do something to change it, because that Americans are the ones who are like going to like different countries to fix that, right? That I
Right,
am sure there are like a lot of volunteers from America
right,
or even in India right now working to fix whatever, like
yeah.
helping the poor and all that kind of things. So I feel like that enough of them know, uh, they
I,
will
do you
definitely.
really think from then? I don't think anybody knows. Like I still remember having a conversation with one of my colleagues long time ago. He doesn't even know that he just thinks that you once you're since you're working here, you already have a green card.
Hmm. So one thing I have been talking to a lot of people on all different states. One thing I noticed is that some of them, they have heard about country cap,
Right,
not all of them, but
right,
even the ones who heard about it, they think that it's like restricting people who are entering the country,
correct.
but they don't know that they are like it's affecting people who are already
Yeah,
here. There is no country cap on student visa, no country cap on work visa. They get the best of the best students, workers without country cap.
right,
Once they are here, the growth depends on where they are born. That's the thing.
right,
It's like, uh, no one knows, uh, and if enough people know, this is like not a big thing to understand that this
right,
is something wrong,
right.
inherently wrong.
Yeah, so just like India, right? Like I always think in an Indian point of view, if in India we are working, if you are living in India, right? If they are like people from Nepal or like people from Nepal always come work in India, and people from Bangladesh always come and work in India, and we never like we it never even like the thought even come into
Right,
our
that
head.
what is the
We never
immigration
think like, hey,
process in
what is
India?
their work visa? Are they struggling in our country? We will not.
Right.
It doesn't even. We don't even like it. It doesn't. It's irrelevant. It's not like
Hmm.
we have a opinion on it or bad or good. It's irrelevant.
Hmm.
So the more we talk, the more we have social media. I think Keyur Gandhi was just asking just now that, hey, how do you think we can
Hmm.
have more awareness in this country, I think we should start talking. And again, when we start talking, we should be very careful in the type of communication that we give. I think we should start talking and talking to people around us. First, start talking to people at your work. Tell them, hey, you'll be 50 years to get a green card, and they'll probably don't believe you, and then give them more explanation, and probably uh, talk to them about your problems once in a while. And slowly we are a million, at least a million people who are waiting for a green cards, and most of us are in like good, powerful positions in our corporate companies. And like if I'm a director of a company and I'm on H1B and I'm not talking about it, it is you're like you're sort of doing a disservice to to your own community and to yourself. uh, I, Nobody. I'm not asking people to go on the streets and and
like
protest or
like go
doing their
crazy like
lives.
me.
Our careers are like rule number one, right? In order of priority, family comes first, career comes second, and then we should also talk about green card next. But just tweet about it, talk to people about it. Just make videos. Like I've seen so many Instagram pages on like Telugu Instagram pages who have about 50 to 70,000 subscribers, and they never talk about green card package. I don't understand. Like, is it aren't you not feeling it? You can do this much better. You can do run your channel much better if you have your green card, right? Like it is
Mhm,
fundamentally true. So why are
mhm.
you not talking about it? Like you're not going to like
uh,
talking about it is not like it's just a word, right? It's not going to hurt you. So
mhm.
I don't know. I think I'm venting, but yeah,
No, yeah, those are all the great suggestions. Just one thing I want to point out that what you said is that okay, uh, everyone has their priorities. Families always should come first, and that's the
yeah,
priority for most of the people. But sometimes when you are like talking about this, or when you are like spending time, or anything, right? That on this issue, then you are kind of prioritizing your family as well, right?
right,
That if this issue is solved, then you would be able to give more time to your family. Then
right,
you won't have the status to worry about, right? If your family, like you said, that forcing you to go on vacation, that you would be able to go easily, right?
right,
So, like sometimes when we think about, oh, if I go and do protest today, then I'm like not prioritizing my family. I should
right.
spend. But sometimes, like every once in a while, doing the protest or like even like going on a Twitter, writing something or something like that can create a
Yeah.
ripple effect, and that doesn't take much
The,
time, right?
Right. I mean, yeah, it's a phase. I feel like it's a phase thing. Like, I mean, we won't even get enough support online. Forget
Right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
you know,
that's
like forget people coming on the streets and talking about it. It's okay. That's a big move. But you are
hmm
on your laptop most of the time in the day. You're
hmm
probably sitting in front of a screen 10 hours a day or 12
hmm
hours a day. At least everybody goes to poop. So definitely 1 hour a day you're
yeah,
on your phone. Why can't you just go
right,
just tweet or retweet somebody
right.
from your phone? Like how hard is it going to be? Just tweet.
I know.
It's not like you tweet. I mean, I don't know. I don't. If even if you take the law of large numbers, we are a million people. Even
hmm
1% of them to
hmm
start tweeting. 1% is like
Right.
the lowest estimate anybody can ask for.
hmm
1% of a million people is 100,000 people. You should at least be seeing like 100,000, 50,000 to 100,000 tweets every day.
Right, yeah.
Yes,
And
like
even
one
like
percent
let's
of
say that
people. Yes,
if there is a good tweet, right?
right,
Someone has tagged president, right?
right,
I'm sure that president is not saying every single tweet he
right,
is tagged in. But let's say that if there is a good tweet and if it has been liked by a million people, which we
right,
are like million people, then he will definitely see that tweet first as soon as anyone opens his account, right? That he
right.
might not be opening. So I guess that we have this thing where we can reach that people. But by the way, KU, let me ask you this: if you are still online, that what you doing right now? Are you a student? Are you a worker?
Yeah.
Depending on
So,
that, we
eh,
can talk different things
so
about like how to
have an
spread the
answer.
awareness.
Have an answer for Keyur Gandhi. Keyur
Mhm.
Gandhi is asking, guys, what can we do to increase awareness about this? First things first is to subscribe to this channel. ask
Yeah.
your
Uh-huh.
ask your friends to subscribe to this channel. We should be shameless in sharing this channel to everybody. Uh, uh, as I mean, I just look at it very in simple terms, right? Like I might not have enough time in my life to go and support on the street or go and do this, but the least I could do is subscribe the channel, just retweet somebody. Only if you like. You don't have to. We are not forcing you to go and like and tweet everything you want.
Right.
Somebody might have said something about it. Just retweet it. How hard is it going to be, right?
Hmm.
And I don't know if you guys watch. There is this YouTube news channel, independent news channel called Crystal and Sagar. I don't know. It's called Breaking Points. It's a very popular show.
Hmm.
So one of the Q&A sessions, one of the users was asking Sagar. Sagar is an Indian national. He's born and raised here, but he's Indian.
Mm.
So he was talking about it, and somebody was asking him what is the best way to raise awareness for a politician to send to make your particular pain point aware to a politician or to a congressman. What is the best way to do it? He said the best way to do it is keep calling. They if any every congressman has some sort of a structure where they have to respond to certain requests if their number is of more than 5,000 or something like that. Okay, so all you have to do is call and say, hey, we are from India. We are here legally. We are working. We are paying our taxes. We are being a correct, duly responsible citizen, a non-alien citizen of this country. But we are like there's a pain point that we are not. We are waiting for like 50, 60 years to get a green card. So when you express, I put your like have a family, my kids are getting are going to school here, like this is very painful, can you talk about it? Go talk to somebody. And uh, if you reach out to the congressman in a very earnest way, uh, I believe they will actually do something about it. And but it should not be one person or two-person doing it. There should be like hundreds of people doing it.
No,
uh,
but also don't wait until that. Okay, all the 100 people are doing it, then I will do it because
yeah,
everyone else is thinking the same thing.
it does not matter
So,
who's doing or not. You should, it should be on you.
right.
It should be part of your sprint process, just
Mm.
like how you have like 10 story points every sprint. Add
Mhm.
this as an additional story point every sprint and
Right.
call
And move the storyboard. Right.
I am call it during just call it. He's not going to pick up anyway. It's
Uh-huh.
going to voicemail, and just call and talk about it, right? Like how, what's stopping? I am just trying to understand what's stopping anybody to just call and say, hey man, what do you think? So
Yeah.
just talk
Uh,
more. And
right.
yeah,
And I'll say something else depend regarding your comment that I think it seems like you are a physiotherapist.
yeah,
So like you might have like a lot of patients and you don't want to talk to every single one like the new patient, but you might have some regular patients.
right,
They know how amazing you are as a doctor, how much services you are providing, how much value you are adding to this country. And
right,
they probably don't even know that the only reason you are not permanent residents is because you were born in India, right? Your priority date is
right.
2019. That means that the final election date is current for all the other countries except India, right? So
Yeah,
that when that's your chance to spread the awareness without getting like spending like any extra time or anything else, right? So if you do this all the other things, that's great. You go on a Twitter, you talk to your congressman, but this is like if you are a doctor, you are like probably good at communication, right? That's
correct.
the one of the skill you need to develop as a doctor, to you like talking to your patients regularly. So yeah, that you can do during your day-to-day life. And like
Yeah, just do it once, but like just like all, like I think we have like 9 people who are listening to us. Like if all the 9 people just call every week, I think that's a great start. The sad reality of our life is even not even those 9 people, not even those 9 people are calling. That's the sad reality of our life. So even if those 4 or 5 will just take a call, just call. Nobody's going to pick up your call. It's going to voicemail. Just say X, Y, and
no,
Z.
no, no. The good thing here is that as soon as you call, I have never, my phone has never went on a voicemail unless I call on a holiday.
Okay.
So I have been
Mine gets
calling.
voicemail all the time. Maybe people, congressmen in California are super busy.
But call the DC office. Do you call the California office?
No, I called twice or thrice to the congressman, the local congressman. Uh, I don't even remember the names. I just look up the number online, call them, and both the 3 or 4 times I did.
Right.
They,
So all these congressmen, they have a local office in their district, but they also everyone has office in DC. And the DC, if you call the DC office, then they always pick up. So operator
right,
will be always there who will take your message. And if you talk about like some particular bills, like if it is a bill related to immigration, and
right,
then if you tell them that who is in charge of immigration legislation, uh, ask them to call you back, then they might call you back, or
correct,
get their email address. That's the easiest way. That if you get their email address, then you can follow up, start following up via email as well.
right, right.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I think that's the one way of doing it. If you think you're too lazy to even call somebody, start at least retweeting people who actually tweet about it.
Mm-hmm.
Couple of Twitter users I follow is you, Anuj. You are like you are constantly giving the latest updates, and the other one is I think he's a journalist. I don't know. He's
DC wala DC Rohit Sharma,
Rohit Sharma. Yeah, these people.
Indian captain.
Rohit Sharma. He gives like prompt updates. He does the
Yeah, he is one of the few journalists who like
God's work as
always
well.
reporting on this issue.
Yeah, yeah, always reporting. Follow him, retweet, and he's a journalist, right? Like, if you don't want to tweet somebody who's like in the activism or who is trying to provoke the country, try to call somebody, like try to retweet the journalist. He's a journalist. His name is Rohit Sharma at DC Wala Desi. Uh, uh, DC Wala WALA Desi DESI. You should be able to find him very well on Twitter.
Right. Uh-huh.
Uh, I think those two are a great starting point. Start subscribing and just look at that tweet. Start click on that bell button. Uh, you'll probably get some notifications as soon as they tweet, and just retweet them. Right? Like how again? I don't know. It's like a no brainer to me. I don't know how many ways can I say this, but
Yeah, yeah, but it's like very easy. But I guess that one of the reason I wasn't doing it for a long time because I didn't have this awareness. When I came, I was like, okay, it's America. Everyone is like getting green card late. I was
right,
like, I didn't know that it's like they even the skill based immigration they prioritize based on the country of birth, and only Indian it's taking them forever, versus like if you are from the rest of the world, even if you have
right,
like much less education and experience, you get it within 1 year. I had no idea, right? That so that's why one of the reason I started this channel as well, that hopefully people, as soon as they come to United States or even before coming here, right, that they are aware on this issue, that we need to fix this. Otherwise there are like a lot more Indian who are coming, who might have to go through some of the things we are going, right? And one thing I say that right now, if we get a green card, it would be good. But most of the struggle we have to go through, we have already been there, right? That if we had got a green card when we were doing a masters,
right,
then we wouldn't have to go through a lot of struggles we've been through. But now we have been through. Now it would be like nice,
right.
but it won't make the huge difference. But a lot of people who are coming today, and there are like a lot of students who are like they are getting from India. All the H1B, you see that more than 80% goes to India. They don't have path to permanent residency
But
now.
again, so the challenge with that is I agree with your sentiment wholeheartedly. But the thing will have but in their mind they are not even thinking about green card. They're
But
like
so
more like
that's
okay, I'm
what we want
breaking
to
out.
make them think, right? That
Okay,
we weren't thinking because
yeah,
we
same,
didn't
right?
had like lot of
Same thing. Right,
we didn't had this lot of
right.
information.
I understand. Yeah,
Hmm.
you're right.
Yeah. Anyways, did you came across anyone in your like 14 years that who's you personally know who came way later than you, and who is now like permanent residents or
Yeah, many of them actually. So I still remember there was one in my previous one of the companies that I worked in. There was a person from Nepal who was also an engineer, and I worked in that company for about 2 years. So he was very senior to me, of course. But at that time, he was talking to me. He was sort of a mentor to me. And then he told me that they're starting the green card process, and within like a year and a half, he got his green card. And I was surprised. He got it within a year.
And you probably have approved
I
it
didn't.
before
So
that.
sadly, I didn't even know that he was from Nepal.
Right.
His name was like some Kishore or something like that.
Okay, yeah,
So
probably.
he was just like one of us, right? How
Mhm.
much difference would that be? And he never talked about where he's from or something. And he said, I got my green card. I was like, how did you get my green card? Because all my friends who came before me are still waiting.
Right.
Like, no, I'm from Nepal, so I get my. Oh, good. That's good. That's good. So
Yeah, that's crazy to see all this, right? That okay, like the
it's okay. I'm
people,
happy for him. I'm not. I'm
right?
no.
Yeah.
I'm very happy for him. It's just
Uh,
that It's like how your friend gets a first rank and you don't. That's how you. That's how you feel.
no, it's like so your friend in this case, like let's say that your friend getting a first rank, that's fine,
Mhm.
but it hurts when they are getting the first rank because not they studied harder because they were where they were born. In
Right.
that case, if they getting first rank, then it hurts more, right? So
Yeah.
that,
Okay.
so,
I mean, I think, yeah, it is. I did write an article about this long time ago. If people can look up in Quora, I wrote a answer, very detailed answer why should we, can we,
yeah, so this video is gonna stay there forever, right? So and then you will be able to comment on that. So post that link there so people
yeah, sure.
they want
So
to check
I'm
out.
the reason I'm bringing that up is it's funny. I wrote that answer. So basically, somebody asked like, "Hey, is it reasonable to complain that we are not getting green cards
Hmm.
because America is already giving you a great opportunity to live and work here?"
Right.
This is great. I wrote this very lengthy article, a lengthy answer. Like it has about 1,000 likes or something. It's been like so recently. Somebody still is commenting on that. Hey, this is
Okay,
unfair or
nice.
whatever, whatever. I got a notification. I forgot about this
Hmm.
that I wrote this and all. And when I was checking that notification, I saw the answer was written 5 years ago in 2019.
Right.
So it's so
What?
long that and nothing has changed in the last five
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, so people they don't even sometimes know that can
So
we
probably by the time by the time we in the next 5 years, hopefully not. Oh, I'm knock on wood, hopefully not. But I feel like in 5 years we will be looking at this video and be like, "Hey, dude, I've made this video 5 years and nothing changed."
I'm probably sure that I'm not sure uh, we are at that point. I feel like that US has to fix this because you saw the executive order and all that, right?
Yeah,
But
so
because
I was going to ask you about it.
let
Like, can you talk more? Like, what are the details? I know they said that we need to get the AI people first green cards. I did not completely understand what it meant.
so one thing in that executive order is that they want to uh, make the hiring, not hiring, but it's like giving visas to whoever is coming to study emerging technologies or whoever is coming to work for emerging technologies. And that is very broad. So, to make that very easy, but right now, I feel like personally that it's like very limited things Department of Homeland Security can do without congressional approval. So without fixing this, like without fixing country cap, without fixing like the existing green card, there is very limited things I can do. But the
Right.
thing I was gonna say that we are at that point that this issue has been there for a long time, but now this issue is kind of at that point that they need to fix it the way you see that the row is getting backlogged now as well because we need more tech people, we need more healthcare people, right? So we are at that point where US, if they don't fix it soon, like, and soon by mean that in like next 2 to 3 years, then it's like very hard for them to continue hiring these people, right?
Right.
So I feel like 5 years is a long time, but I feel like if something doesn't change in this Congress, I'm pretty sure that something will change in the next Congress. And especially if we keep doing this, right, then there will be like more pressure, right? That
Right.
one of the thing the reason, one of many reasons, but one of the reason I started is that we have been relying on a big organization a lot, and that is good as long as they are active, but we have seen that sometimes they become inactive. But if all the people who are in the backlog, if they are all, most of them are active, one person becoming like deactive doesn't change the movement. So if I become deactive, then if everyone is doing what to do, they know that we need to share this message to people. You guys will be keep doing that on the Twitter or YouTube or whatever you get chance, right? So
Right.
that thing will put a lot of pressure on the members of the Congress to change it, right? So if we keep doing this, I guess that hopefully we will see something soon. Like if not, and by soon I mean that either in this Congress, I think that we have a great chance to do something if we get together behind this cause to fix this in this Congress, because we still have 14 months left. But if not in this Congress, they have to do something in the next Congress. So don't lose hope.
Right.
Mhm. Anyways, that's it. Any final thoughts?
So we should do this more often. Uh, I think I'm running out of time. I have to leave. I think I'm already pinging me. Where are you?
Right. That what are you talking about? Keep
Yes.
talking about
Yes.
complaining. Anyways, yeah. Thanks for everyone who joined
So
live.
going to
Thanks
wait.
for Padma to motivating me to do this. So I'm planning to do this
We
frequently
should
now.
do
Even
this.
when I'm like not stuck in California, I want to invite people to share like different stories and how we can bring this change. So. Uh, we'll be doing this frequently. So if you want to come on this and share your story, let me know. Otherwise, if you tell your friends to subscribe and be part of this to bring the change faster. Padma, you wanted to say something?
No, I think we should do this more often. We should do a weekly show. You should make it a weekly show. Uh,
Hmm.
Talk about it every week because you're all already on your way there. I think this is not going to be a big dent in your commitment. This is like the least thing. I'll join as many times as I can, and,
Okay.
and I can ask my friends who are also equally frustrated, who want.
Frustrated or not frustrated, right? If they are not frustrated today, they
Yeah,
will be in the future. So if they want to avoid the future frustration, then join now while you are not frustrated, you know?
we should also invite young people like who are just like
Yeah.
who are
Yeah.
young.
Uh-huh.
Talk to them.
Uh, right.
Get some mentorship.
I,
We should have.
I,
We should. You know what? I have a great idea. We should do a show every week and call it a therapy session.
that might be someone will be like, oh, we are like not
Green
licensed therapists.
therapy session. Weekly 7 o'clock.
Yep. Sure. Great ideas. Yeah, keep those coming.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys,
So,
thanks for joining. This will be there if you want to share it with your friends. And thanks for joining. Whoever joined online and participate with comments and like and everything. Yeah, thanks.
thanks.
And have a good rest of the day.
Yeah. Good week.
Take care. I'll see you tomorrow.